You're listening to the Incomparables Total Party Kill podcast, in which a group of friends play Dungeons & Dragons on the internet for your amusement. This is episode number 196, posted July 2019. Grifters are like zombies.
Welcome back to Total Party Kill, the podcast where we discover what do rats taste like. I'm Tony Sindelar, I'm your Dungeon Master. We are continuing the exploits of Dragonforge and Associates, introduced in their upcoming turn order. It's Erica Ensign.
I am Flessa, a human rogue, and I want to stab things right now.
It's also Georgia Dow.
I am Acrid, and I am the most loved of Bahamut. Thank you.
It's also Jason Snell.
I am Peter Dragonforge. Sort of loved of Bahamut, sort of. Maybe.
Sounds like you're eating a sandwich.
I'm eating a sandwich. It's Street Team.
Street team!
There's flyers.
Remember, at Smirgle Sandwich Stop, buy 2, pay for 2 sandwiches. Also, it's Monty Ashley.
Hello, I am playing Melik, the Tiefling Wizard.
Also, it's Steve Lutz.
Hello, it is I, Alestrin Quiverbottom, an elf and a ranger. I shoot things. It's kind of my deal.
And last but not least, it's Sarah Barber.
Hey, I play Rizwin, a dwarven cleric, and I just set somebody on fire, and I think that helped my hangover.
Last time on Dungeons & Dragons, Rizwin set somebody on fire, but also you find yourself in a skirmish with a variety of scoundrels employed by Enda the Rogue. Through choice or strategy or perhaps a mistake, you are now sandwiched between 2 squads of rogues. Thankfully, one squad is on its last legs, but the other squadron is closing in quickly. I have rolled initiative for my new group of rogues that are entering the fray. I've got a trickster, I've got some knee breakers, and I've got some grifters. And first up in the turn order is my my trickster.
Really?
Trickster.
They go. Yep. It goes before I do.
Actually, I guess it depends on your initiative modifier. The trickster's initiative modifier is 9.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow. That's a pretty good mod.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe no attacks against reflex against the
mine
trickster.
is 9 when I can see Acrid.
Yeah. So the trickster is going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then charge Alestrin. Oh, sorry, that's a grifter.
That doesn't seem right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and charges up to Alestrin. So,
Having charged, what does he sacrifice?
he can only do basic attacks. He can't do his fancy attacks.
Oh.
Alestrin, 20 versus AC.
Ooh, yeah, that will hit. Just
right.
barely.
You will take 10 damage.
Don't like it.
Sir. As a minor action, the trickster throws a smoke pellet at its feet, obscuring the area.
That's tricky of it.
Yep.
What does that mean for me?
The area is, let's see.
Let's cut to the chase here, Tony.
Lightly obscured.
What area?
So,
can you mark it on the map?
Yeah, do you see that blue square I just drew?
No.
Really?
Yes, I do.
Oh, okay. Whew.
I was looking at the wrong set of jerks.
That's fair. So yeah, that area is lightly obscured, so creatures in that area have some cover. All right. Flessa.
Kill Bandit 2. Kill Bandit 2.
Okay. I wish I had a way to push that scout into the darkness, but I don't. I've already used my low slash, and that only slides somebody 1 square anyway. So I don't like the idea of him coming into my face. So I'm going to move over to here, sort of putting Acrid between me and that scout, and then
so you dart back behind Acrid next to the half-elf girl that is still whimpering.
I'm hoping that she's not like also some sort of enemy that's going to stab me in the ribs.
She's not
Definitely not going to be holding anything anytime soon.
Ouch.
I recommend avoiding the glowing dark spot, though.
Yeah, I'll stay out of that. I'm gonna just sly flourish at Bandit 2. That's the one that's still left alive, correct?
Yes, the bandits. I'm just going to move the other dead bandits off the map because it's getting crowded. A lot of corpses here.
That is 31 versus AC.
That is unnecessary. Tell me about
First
damage.
the dark, then the light, and now the dim.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm sad I can't get on the other side of him to flank.
That would have been a
some-
better joke before the episode break.
11 points.
No,
of
it was pretty
damage.
good. Trust me on that.
All right. Bandit 2 is still there, but not looking
Oh.
great.
I don't have anything else that I can do. I don't have any minors left. So that is the best
All right.
I can do. Yep, that's it.
Acrid's still
All
got a
right.
shot.
I got something.
Acrid.
So I am going to move over and I'm going to attack while using my encounter exploit hammer and anvil. So I roll and I hit a plus my strength modifier. I hit hopefully with a 17.
That'll do it.
Woohoo! And I do 6 damage.
That is just enough. You pulverize that poor bandit with your
Nice.
hammer and anvil into nothing.
Oh, I feel so bad because Peter, that would have given you a free action to attack it as well.
Mm.
Well, that was a good insurance policy to have. So, all right. Anything else, Acrid? You've moved. You've attacked. You
I have moved. I've attacked. I've dined. It's all good.
All right. Next up is my grifters. Let's see. Grifters. What do grifters do?
They're going to catfish us.
They grift.
They actually do have. They have something called river rat tactics. This grifter is going to attempt to charge Olestrin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then down to here. And this one you've already marked as your quarry, so it's totally going to go for you. The other thing is that grifters have
clump
combat advantage against an enemy that is adjacent to at least one of the grifters' allies. So,
Seems like an uneasy alliance, though. I'm not sure that would work here.
no, I
It's
think
tricksters
they're
and
good.
grifters, they're rival gangs.
Yeah,
right?
historically.
So, Olestrin, here's the first attack. This is a short sword attack coming at you. That is going to be a 27 versus AC.
Well, I'm pretty sure that's a hit.
Second one is going to be a 21 versus AC.
Also a hit.
All right, you're not going to do something ridiculous with arrows or rope or something?
No, I used that saving Melik's butt.
All right, the first attack
A
is going
wise
to do 10
choice.
damages to you.
First one does 10?
Yep, and the second one does 9. You have been stabbed twice by grifters.
Whoo!
Ouch.
Okay.
All right.
I am bloodied.
I like
Oh
it.
no.
I don't.
I'll heal you.
I think this is a first.
The other grifter runs across the area and attacks Rizwin. So
What a jerk.
he closes with you. And that is going to be a 22 versus AC. These grifters are rolling well.
Yeah. That hits, unfortunately.
Can you do anything about it or about the damage you are about to receive?
Probably not.
All right. You take 9 sword damage.
Oh, that's sad. Fine.
Let's see. Peter, you are next. So, things look great in the room you're in.
Yeah, and so I'm gonna I'm charging the scout, which means I am going to hit him with my my ardent strike. That is a 16 versus AC, which I think, did we say that hits?
That sounds good for hitting a scout, but let me check. Yes, their AC is 16.
That is 13 damage.
Mm-hmm. That scout's in trouble.
And I'm going to use my shield power to bash him.
Mm-hmm.
And he is going to be bashed backward 2 squares.
Now, Monty, can you check the rules on your horrible thing? Is it's probably just enter as opposed to like willingly enters.
Yep.
Just checking.
Any creature that enters the area of your grasping shadows takes psychic damage equal to your int modifier, which is 5.
All right.
And is slowed
So-
until the end of its next turn. You can take that damage only once per turn.
Okay, so Peter, you ran over to this scout who's holding out his long sword and his short sword. He's looking at you hesitantly, and you stab him with your sword, and then take your shield and just launch him across the ground. He slams into the swirling shadows and grabs his head as Melik's psychic damage torments him. That scout is now extremely unhappy and sad.
But not dead.
So, that last remaining scout is not dead, but perhaps wishes he was. All right, Peter, anything else?
I'm going to divine challenge him, so he is
Thank you.
under my divine sanction, and that's, I think, all I can do.
All right, Melik, you're standing in the doorway. You see Scout right, but you're also aware of the sound of battle behind you.
Whoa, golly. I will turn around.
Mm-hmm.
Whoop. Trying to turn around on the map. It's not worth it. I would like to cast my daily power, Horrid Whispers,
No.
over here.
Horrid whispers.
In fact, right in the center of the area that's all smoked up. So you'll have to tell me. I also have a burst 1 within 10 squares. I will be targeting each enemy in this burst. So that's a grifter, a trickster, and another grifter.
Walk into a bar. Yep.
So do
Walk
I
into
have
a whisper.
disadvantage because they are smoked?
Yes, or it's not disadvantage, but they do have it's like they have concealment, or is it light concealment? This is always one of those, like, the different words trip me up.
Yeah, and I'm attacking will, so if it's an AC thing, it doesn't matter.
I'm going to say that it doesn't matter.
All
I
right.
think if you were doing a weapon attack, it would, but I feel like, I don't know. So do your thing. I think we're going to not worry
All
about
right.
Do
They
your
are going
thing.
to be beset by dreadful noises. Oh, whispers. You're gonna die down here.
ASMR you cast. Oh no.
Grifted. Or tricksted. All right, going top to bottom, Grifter 1 gets 28 versus will.
Yeah.
That trickster gets 14 versus will, and
That
the other
will-
grifter gets 21 versus will.
Yes, those will hit, and I'll say those will also either clearly hit or clearly miss, such that the concealment, if I had looked it up correctly, wouldn't have made a difference.
Okay,
So the trickster is missed, but the grifters are hit.
Okay, so
However, when you do that, Melik, let me tell you about something.
Okay.
This is the first time that someone has used a powerful magical attack within range of the statue.
Oh dear.
Cool.
What do we know about statues, people?
They
They're
suck.
scary.
They're bad. Melik, you feel very good about yourself as the whispers cascade across the Colosseum. But the statue seems to crackle with blue electricity, and a lightning bolt heads in your direction.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. How do you feel about 22 versus reflex?
22 versus reflex. That's pretty good. Even casting shield wouldn't help me that much.
Okay. You take 13 lightning damage.
13 lightning damage.
No.
Yes.
Okay, that's good to know. I'm down.
You've also learned an important lesson.
Yeah.
Statues are bad.
I'm down to 17 hit points. I am not quite bloodied, but I'm not thrilled. Can I get back to damaging those guys, though?
I was wondering to see if you were going to pay attention. Yeah, let's do it.
I'm real good at remembering when you've interrupted in the middle of my actions. So the guy that missed,
Are you?
Yes. The trickster is slowed.
Recording.
His movement is 2 and gets a -2 to attack rolls until the end of my next turn.
All right, the green dot means -2.
Wait, that's the grifter, though.
That's the trickster in the
Oh, it
middle.
is. Okay, I see.
It's confusing, but it is.
Yep.
I believe
The
I got it
names
right.
don't appear in the same square. I get it.
You're right. I'm sorry. They appear right below. Yeah.
The
Got it.
other two are going to be taking 8 psychic damage, also getting -2 to attack rolls, and are knocked prone.
Okay.
So the Grifters are
Prone,
prone
you say?
and took 8 damage,
Hmm.
and the Trickster is just -2 to penalty to attack rolls.
One of those grifters had taken a lot of arrow damage from Alestrin, so is not happy. So I realize there's now like an assortment of dots there. Those dots represent suffering.
All right. Steve, remember that all those guys in front of you have -2 to attack you. Remind him of that constantly.
Steve,
Yes.
how are you?
I'm doing all right. How about yourself, Tony?
Okay.
Having a good day?
Yeah. Hey,
All right.
those guys have -2 to attack you.
That's good news. But yeah, I'm bloodied, and I think that might be a first for
All right.
Alestrin
Technically,
throughout
it's
this
still
campaign,
Alestrin's turn. I don't know. I was just reminding you of stuff.
Oh, yeah. I would like to make a move. I'm gonna
Mhm.
move 2 squares north and stand right behind Rizwin.
Okay. So, all right, Alestrin. Hey, how's
Hey,
it going?
Tony, how are you?
I'm okay.
You having a good day?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, what about those guys next to me? Do they have any disadvantages to their attacks?
I don't remember.
Okay. So yeah, Lestrin is not pleased with the situation here. There's
No,
blood
there are-
coming out of him, whatever color elven blood is, and he doesn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see, those guys have concealment or cover.
They have, I believe it is light concealment, which I was confused of. Is that a thing? Lightly obscured. That was.
So if
What-
I've got something that allows me to ignore cover, is that good for that?
You would have a -2 penalty to attack rolls. However, they're also prone, which makes them harder to hit. But
that's
yeah,
still just a -2.
if you have something that ignores that, I'm gonna say it ignores that.
That whole group is prone,
Two
the
of
top
them
and
are.
bottom on
Yeah,
the
they got
middle
knocked
one
down
is not.
by
but the trickster's up, right?
the trickster is not, and I would say yes, your thing that ignores concealment ignores the smoke.
All right.
The trickster felt very clever about himself until you announced that you had a power that ignores concealment.
Haha. So firstly, I will do an invigorating stride for my move action.
Is that called retreating?
No, it's called invigorating stride.
Prone gives you all sorts of advantages against them. You have combat advantage against them.
To melee attacks.
Yeah.
Only if I'm shooting stuff. So
He's got
it
it.
actually
He's
gets
got a bow and
worse.
arrow.
Don't worry. I heard the telltale sound of bodies hitting the floor. I'm very excited from the other room.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So this allows me to back 3 squares away as a
Is
shift.
that a shift? Nice.
Yep.
So that you don't provoke.
So I'm getting myself into a doorway, as is my wont.
He doesn't like rooms, but doorways. That's all.
That's the
he's all about
business.
it.
Yeah.
And it allows me to utilize my second wind, so I'm going to take a healing surge.
Wow, this is a great power.
It is a great power.
It's too bad you've never been hurt before, so we could see how great this was.
Thanks for noticing. I'm no longer bloodied as of that. And then, using my daily power on my bracers of archery, which is a minor action, I will ignore cover on my next attack this turn. And I'm going to do a 2-fanged strike using firestorm arrows against the trickster.
Oh gosh, I was hoping you wouldn't remember those. How
I
many of
remember.
those did I give you?
Pepperidge Farm remembers 20. I had 30 initially, but I used one just as a test case. So we're down
Where
to
did you
29.
buy? I forget where you got these. Did you buy these from
This was on
Snick
our
and
shopping
Snack.
trip.
from Snick and Snack?
Snick and
And
Snack.
Snick and Snack
Adventure
they had a labeling
Outfitters.
issue,
Yeah.
so they ended up selling me 30 for the price of 10, which I greatly appreciated.
Yeah.
So I'm
I
done
feel like they
getting
would have an
coupon.
ad where they'd be like, Snick here, Snack messed up the ordering. We overbought on fire arrows. So
So I'm going to use 2 now in my 2-fanged strike. These are both going at the trickster.
So, Steve, could you just tell us a little bit? You mainly, Alestrin, I feel like this whole time you've just been shooting what we call regular arrows. These are, what do these do?
Well, as those who enjoyed the member special would know, and if you become an incomparable member...
And by listening to this, you never need to listen to that
hashtag-
episode now. This is the
hashtag
only
Zeppelin
important thing
drive.
that happened. Also, there was a dragon.
Do you have to have enjoyed it, or could you just listen to it?
Well, yeah, it's a little difficult to do both, but one or the other. So, yeah, these firestorm arrows are nice. They've got a +1 on attack and damage rolls, and if I hit an enemy using this, using an arrow of this type, they take a 1d6 fire damage, plus anybody that happens to be adjacent to them also takes 1d6.
Woo.
So, let's fire that first one, shall we? Ooh, that could be better. That is a 19
Don't forget you can always re-roll it.
versus AC. Yes, I remember.
19 will hit.
Does it hit? Oh, okay, good. That's the trickster, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that will do. Oh, it's actually a 20 because of the +1 on the firestorm arrow. I forgot about that. So that will do. Let's see. This is complicated. That is a 12 plus some fire damage. I'm sorry, 13 because of the +1. Plus, he will also take 2 fire damage, as will the 2 grifters around him.
All
You
right.
good?
Things I am noting down. So they
You
took.
froze
that was
in
just
place. I thought maybe that was the computer.
Oh no, I was just. I had to do a lot of typing. All right. So, because you just did a bunch of damage. Okay, and that was just the first arrow, right?
That was just the first arrow.
Okay.
Second one, also a firestorm arrow.
To the trickster.
Oh, since I hit the guy that's my quarry, do I take quarry damage on him, or is it since it's splash damage, doesn't it count?
I don't think because it's splash damage it would count.
All right. Well, I didn't have an extra minor action to adjust my quarry, so. Oh, and I also note Rizwin is closer to the trickster than I am, so I don't have prime shot.
Sorry.
I should have only backed up 2 squares. Oh well. So much math. So that one is only a 13 versus AC, so I'm going to re-roll that one thanks to Rizwin.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That one's even worse, so I'm going to re-roll that one thanks to my elven accuracy.
The turn never ends.
Wow.
It's an encounter power. I can only use it once. Don't worry. All right.
Look, I said
Oh my
that Steve was
God.
going to take a turn this episode. Here it is.
This episode is actually Steve taking a turn.
Mm-hmm.
So that is 13 plus 1 for my arrow, plus 1 for my... No, I don't get a +1 for that. So that's just like a 14. So... Oh, I'm
So-
sorry. So wait a minute. It's 3 plus 2 is 5 plus...
Dungeons and Dragons
15.
doing math while Steve tries to do math. I will sing
16.
and make it
It's a
harder
16.
to do math. Are you sure it's 16?
Yeah, I'm
that's
sure.
close, but not there.
It's well, let me see if I...
Will it help if I
I am
sing some
ignoring
more
cover,
while
by
you're
the
doing
way.
some math?
Are you counting cover in there? Because I'm ignoring that. Just
I was
wanna make
ignoring
sure.
cover. Yeah. The AC of the Halfling Trickster is 17.
Well, despite all of my best efforts, that is a miss no matter what I do. Except my rebounding longbow
Mm-hmm.
is we're gonna make one more attempt. And that one is a different enemy within 5 squares, so that's gonna go for Grifter 2, who is my quarry.
Okay.
Let's see if this one's any better. That one is a 23.
All right. So your arrow
Plus something.
bounces off the somehow harmlessly off the trickster and lodges itself in the grifter's chest.
Okay.
But will
How many
still do fire
arrows
splat-
should I consume in that, by the way? Just
I
out
have
of
no
curiosity.
idea. Let's just say all of them.
No, let's not.
I don't know. You have to decide which ones are. You may have to do some deciding based on flavor, which ones reuse the arrow and which ones don't.
All right. I'll think
So-
about it.
Yeah.
I think I used 1. Okay, so
Mm.
so the initial damage is good God, there's a lot of math in this thing.
Yeah.
13 because of the +1.
This is to the grifter.
This is to the grifter, so he
The
also takes quarry
grifter drops
damage.
dead.
Oh, good.
Great. Ooh, I get a death surge. That means I get to do damage to everybody.
Just because someone died near you.
Because somebody died near me.
I feel like we
Yeah.
haven't seen that since the zombies.
It's
She
been
It's
loves
been
it.
a while.
Does that happen
been a
right now?
It happens. It's immediate reaction.
Yeah.
Do
Okay.
it.
Well, the
Trickster-
splash damage.
Yeah.
Let's just take care of that and get it off the table.
Great.
So 3.
Okay, so it's a burst 3.
Mm-hmm.
So Melik is included in this. Yes.
I think so.
Okay.
Creatures
so,
or does it say creatures or enemies?
It has both good and bad effects. So
Nice.
it's good effects for allies and bad effects for the enemies. So each enemy in the burst takes 1d8 plus 4 psychic damage. So
Okay.
roll that.
This is a very long term in which everything horrible happens to my creatures. All right.
Still my turn, by the way.
I'll roll a 1. Okay, everybody in that burst who's an enemy takes 5 damage.
I'll let you roll them one at a time. So I'm gonna
Okay.
take 5 to the guy right in front of you. The guy that's dead does not. I mean, his corpse takes some psychic damage. We'll do 6 to the one above it, and then is everyone else too far away?
No, the one above him. It's burst 3.
I think
So
he's
the one
outside.
above wouldn't get
He's
hit.
just outside of it.
Oh yeah, and
So-
That's all
and
right.
there's
I
the
get- that means I
splash
get to
splash damage on the trickster too, from Steve.
Wait,
1d6.
but this guy gets hit, right?
Nope.
Because think about it, he's 4 squares away from you, so it's a burst
Burst
3.
burst 3 from the person who dies.
Oh, I thought it was burst 3 from you. Okay, so did you roll 10?
Nice.
Last I checked, it's burst 3. Oh, that's a great question. So the trigger is a creature within 3 squares of me drops to 0 hit points. It's a close burst 3. So yeah, it's a great question. I don't actually know.
It's probably from you
Is it-
then. If it just says close burst 3, it would be from you.
Yeah.
Then I guess I don't technically hit him then.
Okay.
But you hit the Grifter.
Damn it.
Grifter 3.
That's true. I did. And then Melek, you get a +2 power bonus to attack rolls until the end of our next turn. We also gain 5 temporary hit points.
Lovely. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And Steve, I think Grifter, the trickster takes some fire splash damage.
Yeah, there was a +1 that I forgot to add, +3 fire splash damage, so 4 more damage to him.
Okay. I will say that you collectively all did an insane amount of damage in one turn. So yeah, Death Surge is a big deal.
It's pretty great. It's that's why it's an encounter power.
Cool. All right, Alestrin, anything else?
I believe I'm fresh out of turns and encounter
Unbelievable.
powers, so let's finish this thing up quick.
All right. The scout is going to leave the horrible zone of darkness and attack Peter
The
Dragonforge.
zone of darkness isn't there anymore.
Scout leaves the area that he associates with the horrible zone of darkness and attacks Peter Dragonforge. Longsword attack. Well, I'm not rolling as well anymore. 18's not going to hit Peter Dragonforge. And a 9 will not hit Peter Dragonforge either. Great turn, Scout.
Oh, I should use my action point.
You shut your mouth. You know what? The knee breakers are going to run west.
Uh-oh.
They see what's going on and they don't like it. They're having none of it, and they run west saying, they say, quick, go for reinforcements, and they run to the west.
I
Where
don't
they are
like that.
intercepted by 2 furry wolf-like creatures and eaten alive.
That could have been us.
They start with the knees, ironically.
They could have been you. Yeah, so I'm going to say those knee breakers are pretty terrifying, but they ran away. So probably it won't be too hard to mop things up. Rizwin, you're face to face with a grifter.
Great. That grifter I'm gonna hit with Son Linor's hammer. So let's see. +10 versus AC. 1d20 times 10. I hit him with a 21.
Yeah, that'll definitely hit.
Great. I do 2d6 plus 7 damage. 6 plus 7. Oh, and I get a +2 to power bonus to attack rolls. Is
From
that
the Death
all?
Surge.
Is that damage or is that?
If
It's to
attack
the
rolls, it's
roll,
just-
not the
Oh.
damage. So the attack roll, not the damage roll. So you're
Very
probably
well.
yeah.
Ah, man, that's not great. But well, I hit him with 9 damage.
All right, it's not great, but let me tell you, this grifter is having a bad day. The
Better
grifter's
than nothing.
still alive, but barely. All
Okay,
right.
so I hit him with that. So that was my standard. Do I have a minor I feel like using?
You could heal
Yeah.
Alec.
That was gonna be my plan. Hey, Melik, take a healing word. I heal you.
Oh, thanks. What do I get out of that?
You get a healing surge, and I'm also going to give you an extra. Also, take an extra 5 healing bonus.
Oh, thanks. I'm back up to top.
Yay!
All right. The Rizwin, are you all set?
Yeah, I don't really feel like moving and triggering a opportunity attack, so.
Okay. The trickster sees which way the battle is going and is going to retreat.
Mm.
Flessa.
All right, Flessa heard the telltale sound of somebody falling down. So that means it's time to run into the other room and check it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
How she loves that sound of
6.
someone falling down.
Yep.
Hmm.
Yeah, there's a grifter on the ground, so I'm going to acrobatic
She just
strike
loves
it.
listening to Three Stooges cartoon.
It's her favorite.
Okay. You do have sneak attack or combat advantage because it's on the ground.
19, 29, 21, 22, 20, sorry, 33. 33 to AC. Sorry.
That's ridiculous. Yes.
Math is hard, especially for Flessa. All right, so for the regular damage
numbers.
roll at 7 plus 2 plus minimum sneak attack. That was
All right.
not as exciting as I wanted, but since it's an acrobatic strike, I am then going to shift back. I'm going to do backflip and shift back 1 square.
The grifter appears to be dead.
Oh,
Yay.
okay.
Good job.
Yep.
Oh,
That's
it's
it
the
for
old
Flessa.
possum grift.
Is the trickster still in the fray somewhere? I don't see him.
The trickster
ran
ran
left.
to the west.
He's running away.
Oh, that's so tricky of him.
Oh, wait a minute. Had he been slowed?
There is a snail on him for some reason.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did he get slowed by you, Melik?
The trickster is slowed, yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's not that far to the west.
No, he is not. He's there.
I like it.
Wow. Okay, that was not good. So sorry.
Is the concealment still there?
I would say the smoke has dissipated.
He ran out of it.
Yeah.
Right, but if there's smoke in front of you, you can't really see behind
Yes.
it, right?
The smoke has cleared. So
Great.
yes, the trickster's attempt to run away in the smoke is not as impressive. All right, where are we in the turn order? So that was Flessa. Acrid, as played by Erica Ensign.
Yes. I think the first thing Acrid would like to do is use an inspiring word to allow Alestrin to take a healing surge. If
thank you.
Alestrin's still hurt. And that's, +1. I'm not as good at healing, I guess, as
So I take my
Torcha
surge
is.
value +1.
+1, yep.
Cool. I'm feeling
Yeah,
pretty
and you
good
do
now.
have to use you do have to actually spend a healing surge to do that.
Yes, of course.
All right.
I needed it. Thank you.
No problem. And then let's see. Acrid's also going to move since I think it looks like Peter's probably got that guy taken care of. She's going to go there and allow Peter to commander strike so that Peter can take a melee basic against Scout Right.
Great.
Peter, you may attack.
Oh, that was a good.
That was really good.
Yeah,
and,
that was unnerving.
and that was a
Identity theft is not a silly thing to joke about.
it's a critical fail.
Oh.
Oh, no.
You make good attack, Peter. I'm trying the Muppet voice now. It's not that good.
Nice try, Peter. And
All right.
that's it for Acrid. Unless you know what, she's got an action point. Do it
Yeah.
again. Acrid's got an action point. Go ahead, Peter. Take another try. And you actually get a bonus +2. I forgot to mention that before.
Well, it wasn't going to matter there, but okay.
It wouldn't
+2
help
to
if it-
attack.
Yeah, exactly. +2 to attack.
It's another critical fail.
Oh, no.
I need to
Acrid
do this
and Peter
myself,
don't,
Acrid. I need to do this myself.
All right, I think Acrid and Flessa make a better team. That's what we've determined here.
All right. The Grifters are next. Grifter 3 is still in your face, Rizwin. Grifter 3 is... Let's see. What's the best grift it has in it?
Melik looks different.
Melik is adorable.
The Grifter tries to stab you.
Well, God damn it.
26 versus AC.
Yeah, that hits me.
You will take 7 sword damage.
Well, at
Um,
least I only take actually 2 of that because of my temporary hit points. 5
And
temporary hit points.
the Grifter will then try to run away, which will provoke an opportunity attack from you.
Great.
Hammer time.
1d20 plus 10. 29.
Yes.
2d6 plus 7 damage. 13 damage.
Okay, the grifter hits the ground as you hammer him in the back of the head.
Great.
Let
All
the
right.
grifter hit the ground. Let the grifter hit the ground.
How do
Peter,
these guys become unslow? Do they just unslow after a turn, or do they
I
have
think
to
probably
save?
at the end of Melik's turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Peter, it's your turn. You've got a scout in front of you.
See how we do this time. Yeah, 23 versus AC.
All right, can you finish that scout?
7 damage.
The scout is bad, but he's still there.
I'm gonna take my action point.
All right,
Yes.
28 versus AC.
5 hit points left. Can you do it?
Well, it's 1d8 plus 5, so he's dead.
All right, you've done it. You still
All right.
have a move action.
I still do. So here's what I'm going to do. First off, I'm going to turn around and I'm going to say to the half-elf girl, I gotta go.
Right.
Stay in school.
Are you okay?
She whimpers. She is clutching her hand. Her fingers are still wriggling on the floor.
Don't
She
do
doesn't.
drugs.
She doesn't seem. She's as distressed as a person would be who had just had their hand cut off.
She's in shock.
Yeah, she's in shock.
I mean, whimpering seems appropriate.
Okay, can I pick up the fingers and pick up the girl and pull her out of the room?
Sure.
At least take her away from the glowing darkness.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Where do you want to go?
We're gonna go. We're gonna go out here. Where can I? I guess I don't have that much movement, so I'm gonna be sort of stacked up over here. I guess with her. We're headed out the door.
Okay. How's that?
Hey, Peter, how's it going?
Fine. Is something going on out there?
I don't know. I'm just hanging out in a doorway.
Alestian appears to be bleeding severely.
Yeah.
All
All right.
No, I'm not
Not
bloody
much.
anymore. I'm
Not
good.
Not anymore. Alestian appears to have bandaged his head severely.
Well, if you're here, that probably
most
means there's
severe
danger
of
out
bandages.
there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Peter, you all set?
Yeah.
The girl does appear to be in shock. The wounds on her hands are strange. They do not seem to be bleeding, but she is clearly has had most of her hand chopped off. She appears to be some kind of somewhere on the urchin to orphan spectrum. Probably one of the less privileged people in Waterdeep.
Did you scoop up her fingers before you
I did.
left?
He did.
Okay.
He said that. I did not comment on that because it was unsettling.
I think
You
it's
Maybe
did
they can
this.
be saved.
You chopped the fingers off. We're just trying to help.
Even
I
if they
can-
can't be reattached, Smurgle would be pissed if he knew he had perfectly good fingers and we didn't pick them up for him.
All right,
can
moving
attempt
on.
to
Is he
Melik's
serving
turn.
finger food
He loves
now?
finger sandwiches. you
Moving
beat me
on.
to
it.
Street
Curse you.
team. Street team.
Let's make it
Melik.
Is this trickster over here bloodied?
Is the trickster? I don't believe.
No, that
oh
green
no, the
is like
trickster
a
is
-2 or something.
the
isn't
trickster
it?
is very bloodied.
Okay, then I'm just going to magic missile him.
Okay.
That's all.
How much
Take 8.
damage?
8.
All right, still alive, but in
Aw,
bad
man.
shape.
It's okay.
Okay.
Lestrin can finish
Well,
him off.
Let's see if Alestrin's 6 attack rolls can manage to do a couple
Yeah.
extra points.
Let me
Okay.
at him.
Okay, go get him.
Okay.
I'm done.
Alestian,
Alestrin emerges from the doorway.
I hate when my turn is right next to Steve's because mine is so short. All right, go ahead.
All right, I'm going to move out here so nobody is closer to the trickster than I.
mm-hmm.
I will make him my quarry.
That's totally unnecessary. He's very hurt.
It's necessary. That dude hurt me
The principle
badly.
of the thing.
I'm not pleased. So I'm going to shoot 2 arrows at the dude,
Mm-hmm.
right in his back. Shoot for the back of the neck.
You know the honorable way to do it.
That's right.
Honor among elves.
I'm being a trickster.
Yes, he's using his elven honorer.
That first one's a crit.
All right, you kill him.
Oh, that's no fun.
The trickster had 2 hit points left, and now he
Can I-
has significantly less than 2.
I feel like I actually separate his head from his body in a comical sort
A
of
beheading
anime
with an
style.
arrow is
And so you
something.
do. But
I
you can
Studio
see
Ghibli'd him.
with your elven perceptions, you see the knee breakers in the distance headed for a door to the west.
How far in the distance?
Pretty far. I mean, I made it visible on the map.
Well, I already made my move to emerge from the doorway, so
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and take my action point.
Mm-hmm.
So Let's erase that. And I have a move of 7, it would appear. Well,
I
look at that.
believe you could theoretically run, which would give you increased movement, but you would be vulnerable.
Yeah, I mean, I got arrows and stuff to make up the rest of the distance, so let's just go 1, 2, 3.
Can you
4,
just shoot
5,
from
6,
here?
7. Maybe, but I like being.
But at a penalty, probably.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just because an action point doesn't allow
my
you
range
to
is
move
ridiculous for starters.
And...
So I
But
mean,
you've
I
already
probably could
attacked
shoot
this
him from
turn.
there.
So, all right.
All right, I've already made a guy my quarry this turn, so alas, I can't do it this time. But I will shoot an arrow at knee breaker 1 and one at knee breaker 8.
Do you have another
I don't think
action?
I don't think you have another action.
I just took an action point.
Didn't you move into the room and then attack and then use an action?
I just
to
took
move?
an action point.
Yeah, the action point's only good
that's
for
just a
either
standard
move
action?
It gives
or-
you.
I'm
It's an
sorry.
action point, not a turn point.
That's right. Okay, I better go back. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well,
5,
I mean, you
6,
could
7.
move. I just don't think you could move and attack.
I think I was.
You just
there.
try attacking
Maybe
without
I was
moving.
there. Yeah, I'll just give him a shot from there. We got to look up ranges.
My
Unfortunately,
seventh favorite Jamiroquai album. So.
Yeah. What's the range on a longbow?
It's long. It's in the name. I suspect it's probably 20 squares.
Those guys are not
That's
20 squares away.
100 feet, so they're just outside of my purview.
But I think you can still. You just have a penalty to it, I believe.
Actually,
Yeah.
I think knee breaker 1 is 100 feet away.
Yeah, one corner is exactly 100 feet from my.
I'll
one
let you.
corner.
I'll let you take the shot, Steve.
All right.
Do it.
Since that's the only guy I don't get a penalty against, and I don't feel like looking up ranges and stuff, let's just make 2 shots at that guy.
Mm-hmm.
First one is a 28
That'll hit.
for. Not a great amount of damage. 5 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Second one is also a 28.
Mm-hmm. 4.
And this will be 12 damage.
Okay. He looks inconvenienced by that.
Good. I like it.
All right. There's no effects from those arrows or anything?
No, it's just my regular old arrows.
Pain.
So.
All right. I believe it's Steve. You all said, is it your turn? Is it their turn?
Yes.
They disappear through a door to the west. The knee breakers
Uh-oh.
disappear to.
Tell your friends about Smurgle Sandwich Shop.
We just wanted to ask you where somebody was.
Yes, maybe
they-
we'll
Maybe
go left.
one of you alive.
Oh, we
One
forgot
of
to
you-
ask.
Rizwin, it's your turn.
It's my turn. This encounter appears to not be over. Okay.
Well, they're going to get reinforcements, so
That's true. I'm going to.
You might want to chase them down before they get reinforcements.
That's a great idea. To the west.
All right.
the
Well, I'm
west!
not very
We
fast.
might just run into their reinforcements.
So if I run, I have a move of 5, I think. Yeah, I have a speed of 5, which means I can move 5 squares, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if I
think
run,
you
I can move 10 squares.
Well, you could always move twice.
That's true.
That would be 10 squares. You can, if
If
you
y-
run, you get 2 extra squares of movement. So you could run and get 7 squares of movement. You could run twice
You're
and get
just- you're
14 squares of movement.
Yes. What
Okay.
Erica said. The downside of running is that you grant combat advantage and take a penalty to any attack rolls, but you're not making any attack rolls, and there's nothing that can attack you right now. So if you just decide to, I don't care about fighting, I'm running after these guys, you could do
Waddling that away.
You waddle
Okay.
quickly, 14 squares.
Ka-thump,
Okay.
ka-thump, ka-thump, ka-thump,
I
ka-thump.
will waddle quickly for 14 squares.
Okay.
I guess I'll measure that.
That's
How do
right
I measure
there.
that?
It's
Right there?
14.
Okay. That's a lot of squares.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is it?
I think that's
more than 14.
Yeah. There we go.
Oh, there.
That's 14 right there. It's right there, yeah?
Boom.
Or one
Sure.
back. I think one back.
Okay.
I've run over here. I am. I think that's basically.
That's basically because you had to use 2 standards to do that.
Yeah.
Or 2
I'm done.
movements to do that. So
Unless
use
you have
your
a minor.
standard.
I do have a minor.
could heal
I guess
yourself
I'm gonna use it to heal myself.
Okay. Trickster is next, but Trickster is dead. Blessa is next.
I sort of look at Melek and be like, "What should I do, boss?"
Oh,
I'm just wondering if I'm supposed to be hopping on the railroad and running to the west, or hopping on the railroad and going to investigate that chest that might have shiny things in it in the room we just left.
I hate the idea of leaving all that stuff behind. There's chests and stuff.
yeah, I don't feel like we need to be chasing after them. I'd like to stay and maybe find out about this glowing darkness and if this halfling girl is okay.
Half elf.
Half elf.
Well, I couldn't see her very well. I was never in the room.
Okay.
I d-
Then I'll just head back in the room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Also, if we've got 5 minutes to rest, it sure would be nice to have encounter powers back before we go chasing after dudes.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Whoops.
And
That's going to let them
okay,
get reinforcements.
Well, I think they're already most of the way there.
that's
Since
true.
they're in the
Their
room over
reinforcements
there.
could literally be in that room. We don't know.
You don't know.
I've moved twice to get down to here. So I guess that's both of my actions, but I don't know if that.
Do you want to
What
look
kind of
at
an action is it to look look at what's in the corner?
I'll give you. You can look as a free action.
Okay. Is this a chest or a barrel?
It's an assortment of chests and barrels. How do you like that?
Oh my goodness.
So, Flessa, you take a look at these.
We've been bit by barrels before, literally, so be careful.
Flessa, these
think
seem
we
like
have.
these are. I mean, they don't have any dust on them, and they look well built, and they're not like waterlogged or anything like that. It seems like these are probably recent additions to the room. And looking at them, it looks like they're probably some of the supplies that that Enda's gang lugged down into Undermountain.
So now we have
As a
supplies
minor
round.
action, can I just like open the lid on this chest, assuming it's
Sure.
not locked?
Yep, you go through it. It's some rations and some some spare weapons and a bunch of arrows.
Daggers?
Any daggers?
There's an assortment of mundane daggers.
Oh.
How many?
Let's say 2 mundane daggers.
That's not much of an assortment, Tony.
Well, I rolled a d6. What do you want from me?
More than 2 daggers?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm taking them.
Any
I
grouping
now
of
have-
more than one dagger is referred to as an assortment. It's just kind of the taxonomy.
Yep.
All right.
And some, extra rations. I said, there's some arrows here. And then on my next turn, I'll look at the other one. But that's my turn.
There's some
Hey,
what there?
Arrows.
Some arrows.
Acrid, it's Eric,
I
it's
have
your turn
unlimited
again
arrows.
because it's acrid.
I'm good.
I don't know if these are special arrows or not. They're just arrows. What does the group think Acrid would do at this point?
Does Akrid have any healing things?
Yes. Do you need healing?
I
Peter?
The half elf girl.
I
might.
don't. The half elf
Yeah.
girl just got her fingers cut off. I don't know if there's something we could do to make
Do
that better.
commoners have healing surges?
They
can
do
use?
not.
Then let's see what her medicine is. Is there still medicine? Heal? Oh, she's got a terrible heal check.
Oh,
I can
probably should've run back
do
towards the
something
girl.
on my turn.
She's a warlord, not a healer.
I mean, we do have a cleric in the group, so
Yeah, but I ran
she's just
after
running
the
across
people.
the room.
Poor choices, Rizwan.
you're still hungover. It's all right.
Yeah, I feel like Acrid wouldn't want to leave Rizwin just alone in the middle of the room, so she'd probably clump.
Plus, are you
after
still
her.
wearing that helmet?
Yes.
I mean, it's got to be confusing in there.
Run,
So confusing.
run after her.
All right, so I don't actually have control of Acrid's token, but can you
should-
just move
everybody
she could
should be
actually
able to
move
move her.
14.
Everyone
Oh,
should be
really?
able to move all the player tokens.
Oh, I just wasn't clicking hard enough on
Really?
this stupid trackpad.
Hey, don't misuse that power.
I already did. It's too late.
All right.
Yeah.
So Acrid and Rizwin have headed off to the west.
Mhm.
All right. Now it is time for the Grifters. The Grifters.
Are all dead?
One of the Grifters has pulled a grift. The
Ah,
Grifter gets back up, runs over, and attacks Alestrin.
Neat.
The Grifter has used its. I believe at one point Monty actually did make a joke about them playing possum.
yeah.
The possum grift.
Yep.
Yes. So this is the possum grift. It's called Play Dead, and then follow up with Back from the Dead. The Grifter stands up, shifts, and then stabs somebody 3 times.
Oh no.
Yowza.
Alestrin. That is a critical fail, and a 23 versus AC,
That's
and
it.
a critical hit. Wow.
All over the board.
Yeah. So the critical hit will do 10 damage. The non-critical hit rolled max damage, so it'll also do 10 damage.
Well, we're back bloodied. What a roller coaster this day has
And
been.
it turns out his little special attack does even on a miss, does half damage. So you take 2 more damage. So you just took 22 damage.
Okay, still bloodied.
And this guy is not dead. So, Peter.
He will be soon.
Peter,
So-
can't you lay on hands or something?
Yeah, I
Help
can. I can. So Tony, what can I do to help this girl who's got her fingers? Can I like lay on hands on hands?
Well, she doesn't have a hand, so you can't. No, it doesn't work. You need a compatible hand
High
to
five.
lay on.
She does have a hand and not fingers, right? And I got the fingers right here. Can I just put them together and do a paladin thing and then she's fine?
Peter, give me an insight check.
He's going to make you roll just so he can tell you no.
11.
The girl whimpers at you. They made me touch the darkness. You think that you should get her out of this room.
All right, so here, what's going to happen is I'm going to lead her out.
Mm-hmm.
Do the fingers reattach as soon as he exits the room?
I'm going to lead her out of the room.
Yes,
Okay,
but
so
not
I'm
to her
moving.
hand.
Yeah, if you can
Yeah.
move her. And
Okay.
I see that a grifter is stabbing my friend Alestrin, and I'm going to hit him.
Indeed. Do you want to do something
Aw.
about that?
Yeah,
Call
I'm
me
gonna
your
I'm gonna
friend.
hit him with a 19 versus AC.
Yes. Also, you had combat advantage if it mattered.
13.
All right. The grifter appears to be dead.
Appears to be dead.
That's also
kick it.
that's also what I said last time.
Yeah.
Keep hitting him, Peter.
Peter, as you turn back to look at the half elf urchin, I almost called her an orchard, which is the combination of an orphan and an urchin. The
An
half-elf-
orchin.
Not sure how.
She is
Call
still
the orchid
clearly still clearly in pain. But the fingers you were holding have disappeared, and it looks like her hand is like regrowing itself magically.
Cool.
Magic.
Magic. Melik.
Phew. So we've got a grifter over here. Is he bloodied?
You see no living grifters.
Oh. Do I see any living enemies on our side of the big room?
How do you feel about Alestrin right now?
I love him. He's great.
You see no living enemies on this side of the room.
I don't really... Okay, here's what I'm going to do. The darkness was on the north side of the room, up at this big circle.
Yep.
I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Walk up here, do an Arcana check, studying this weird darkness. What's
Okay.
it all mean?
What does it all mean?
Yeah.
So there is a veil of darkness around a spot in this room that seems to both absorb and radiate kind of a weird, eerie purple light, and it makes this horrible humming noise as you look at it. You do some studying on it and kind of test it, and you realize there's some horrible warping magic of Undermountain here, such that when you touch it, things seem to appear to appear on the other side of the room. But it's kind of like a strange teleportation illusion. So if for example, you were to stick your arm into the veil, you don't do this. Your arm would appear to be severed and appear on the other side of the room. However, it has actually just been turned invisible while still causing you intense pain.
Neat.
Why?
And that this illusion would not work once you left the room.
That doesn't sound super useful for anything I feel like doing, but thank you.
It's horrible.
All right. I'll call it to people. This is not that useful. It is a strictly localized illusory effect.
Huh?
Yeah, Felissa
touch
totally
the-
knows what that
don't
means.
touch the
Don't
black
worry about
thing.
it.
Melik, is that your turn, you think?
Does
Yeah.
I think the half elf girl says something like illusory? That hurt.
You got your fingers, though, don't you?
She still took an incredible amount of psychic damage. Alestrin, it's your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna eyeball these two grifters that are here on the ground, particularly Grifter 3, who
Mm-hmm.
I don't recall went through a bloodied phase at any point before disappearing into the ground or falling to the ground. So perception check maybe on that
Yep.
guy?
Kick in the body. Give it a swift kick.
Grifters are like zombies. We have to destroy the
Ooh,
brain
it's a
to be
16
sure.
on
Shoot it.
perception?
You know what? That grifter looks very badly hurt, but possibly not dead.
I'm going to plug him with a couple of arrows where he
Okay.
sits.
I'm just
Or we can question.
I'm just gonna let you do that.
People.
It's done.
Does he look less?
He's now dead.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Dead.
Yes.
That pleases me. And then I'm going to start moving to the left, I guess, with
All right.
my move.
Rizwin,
Yes.
it's your turn.
So it is. Does any more of the room get revealed to me since I am closer to it now? I have low light vision.
Low light vision. Here, I'll reveal a bunch of the room. It's
Choo-choo.
as you'll discover, it's a huge room.
My God.
Really?
How's that?
That's good. Do either of these doors appear open?
The door slightly to the northwest seems like it's ajar, as if a knee breaker just went through it.
Decision making time. Well, let's see. Olestrin's following. Peter and half-elf girl back there. Malik's back there. Plus is nowhere to be seen.
Are we out of combat, Tony?
I think as soon I was gonna let Rizwin conclude her turn and then say that you were out of combat.
Okay. I'm going to at least run over here and see at least if I can see them.
Okay. So Rizwin heads toward the door that the knee breakers disappeared from. You can see that it is ajar. There's kind of a long hallway beyond, and it looks like there's a flight of stairs leading down.
Okay. Yeah. Do I see anything in the room?
Nope, you do not see any signs of life. It
Okay.
looks like they've hightailed it.
Well, I'm going to turn around then and go back because I don't really want to run down a bunch of stairs without my group.
All right, I'm going to say that there's no more enemies here. You've dealt with the enemies that even appeared to be dead that are now actually dead. I'm going to give you a moment to regroup, maybe spend a short rest. Well, you could
Rifle through another chest?
You could decide if you want. So let me ask you this. Certainly, I'll give you a chance to regroup so that you're not all spread out across the map. I think it's up to you probably whether you want to push the attack and follow these knee breakers down the hall, or down the stairs, or you could potentially rest for 15 minutes, heal up, and recharge encounter powers, and then do that.
I vote resting personally because we have no idea how
I'm
many
badly
people
in
there are.
need of a rest.
All right, you
I
decide
vote
that
resting, and I question whether or not we really want to hunt these people down and kill them.
yes,
I'd like to take a moment to actually think about our actions before we do them.
Okay.
No, that doesn't sound right.
It's just a proposal.
Okay.
Hey, Malik, what happens if you jump wholesale into the dark area?
And I'm going to ask the half-elf urchin orphan if there's anything more we can do, if she wants to find her way out of here, or if she wants to stick with us, because we're probably going to be down here for a while.
Okay.
I think we should.
So the half-elf urchin explains that that some of the people in Enda's gang, I mean, she doesn't know the exact words, but she explains that a bunch of ruffians rounded up several people from the streets of Waterdeep. She was down here with they brought down here against her will with a bunch of her friends, and they have been using them to test traps. So they have been making them walk into various rooms first to see what happens.
That sucks.
So
I changed my mind about chasing down the other guys.
I'm going to check this other chest. Or are they all just
no,
rations?
do you
and
want to
stuff?
give me a perception check?
How close do I have to be to Olestrin to get the
Not that
bonus
close.
on that?
5 away, actually, but we can assume that I'm over there in your
All right, well,
general
it's either
area.
17 or 18, depending on exactly where Olestrin is.
All right, no, that's fine. And you're not in combat anymore, so you're able to spend some time. In one of the chests, kind of under a layer of rations, you discover it looks like probably the rogues had already liberated this. There's a fancy little foot-tall bronze statue of a minotaur that you would think would be worth a good 150 gold pieces.
Ooh, look at this pretty thing.
too
Does somebody else want to carry
bad
it?
it's not mint in box. I
Yeah.
think Acrid wants to carry it.
Oh, okay.
Yep, sounds right.
Sure.
Should we?
I'll write it down on her character sheet and try to remember to tell her.
Should we search all these bodies?
Yeah, we should.
And so you do. They have a variety of mundane weapons, most of them are armed with short swords and long swords, none of them better than anything that you have on you.
All right.
I want to give the half-elf girl the option of getting out of here or staying with us again. I can give her like a boost up the statue if she wants to like climb up,
The
or if she
statue,
knows.
like, kills
Don't touch
people.
it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I do not.
Okay,
like
I
that
just
stuff.
There may still be
it's-
ropes descending.
I
from the
feel
ceiling,
like
though.
since I saved her, I need to either like
Yeah.
have her stay with us and I'll protect her, or she can I can point her to a convenient other
There's
way
some
out.
nice
or
people in the
whatever.
room to the north. She
No.
could hang out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're very welcoming.
Peter, she asked if she could wait here until you're on your way out.
Okay, sure.
Do you have any rations?
Hold.
There's
Here's
a bunch in a
some-
box
here's
over
some
there.
rations.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually have a sandwich from Smurgles that I had in my backpack that I can give her to.
Okay.
It's been through the sewers, but
Yeah. Honestly, that does not. It really strangely.
Actually, it's
Strangely-
She
it was in my
didn't fit there.
backpack when I fell off the statue, so it's more of a pressed sandwich now.
Yes.
They improved
And
it's a
Steve-
panini.
El Cubano.
Steve.
Hmm.
Steve, I think technically, if you get delivery from Smurgles, it's all gone through the sewers.
That's
Yes,
true.
we established that.
Yeah.
That's canon.
Yeah. You know what? This is not part of their official marketing, but I'm just gonna say, Smurgle Sandwich Shop. Don't get the takeout. Eat in. Yeah.
No, you can get the
But then you're
takeout.
putting
Don't
all
get the
those poor
delivery.
kobold delivery.
All right, people.
kobold
I think we're
delivery fellows
reaching
are out
the
of work.
culmination of this episode.
Yeah, I think they use Sewer Dash for their delivery, so don't
Sewer
don't do
Dash.
that.
So have we taken our short rest?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Great.
And do we get
Powers
encounter powers back after a short rest?
Indeed, you do.
And you can use however many surges you want, and I'm down to 1 now, so let's not get messed up anymore.
Yeah.
do
Surely.
And if you had
Do
to,
we
Nothing
have
bad
any
will happen.
enhancings for the
Yes.
healings?
Yes, there are.
You could theoretically go back to that shrine and take a long rest.
You only get an extra one though.
Oh,
Sorry.
I don't need it then, so use it on somebody else if they need it.
What are we doing now, Tony? Tell us what to do.
It sounds like you're going to head off in search of Enda's gang, especially given now that you
I'm
By
know
Orphan's
hoping
Got Card.
that we'll find a speaker for the dad.
All right, sorry, this podcast is over.
Yep.
Especially since they appear to be using urchins as test subjects for traps, and you don't seem to feel great about that.
No.
Not liking that.
I
That
was
is-
an urchin once, and I am very upset about this.
That is
I'm
an
just
Enda's
gonna
gang
put
I'm
your
move.
still an urchin.
tokens next to each other so I can copy and paste them to the next map. So you head to the west, as described to Rizwin. There's a hallway and some stairs. I'm going to go to the next map and set up the next map for you. I'm going to assume that you descend the stairs. Does that seem reasonable?
If that's
Yeah,
the
sure.
direction they go.
Can they go up too?
No. They're
We
only
go down the
they're only-
stairs, Tony.
Mhm.
We totally did that of our own accord.
Look at these stairs. They're fascinating.
They go
These
down.
ones only go down, so like once you're down there, you're stuck.
You're screwed.
I'm having a hard time copying and pasting your
It's an
tokens to the
escalator.
It's an escalator. It's a broken escalator, the worst kind,
Sorry for
and the most common kind.
inconvenience.
I used to
All
ride
the
BART.
way.
I know about escalators. They're never working.
All right, so we didn't get an action point after that encounter, but I bet you we'll get one next time.
Yep.
The stairs do not go very far before you see a set of double doors. And give me a perception check.
You're a wizard, Harry.
14.
9. My best perception roll of the day.
26. I got a 26. I'm very worried about those urchins.
I got a 25. It's
I'll-
almost a perfect 20.
I will
And a
tell you that
24 for me.
anyone who got above a 15, you hear the sounds of battle beyond.
Good times.
Whoa.
Cool.
Are they fighting amongst themselves, or?
I mean, there's a lot of stuff to battle down here.
There is.
That's true.
Do I see anything with my low light vision?
You see a closed set of doors.
Oh, do we want to open the doors?
So bad.
Peter, do you want to bash through them?
Maybe say something cool.
We could just open them, right?
We
You
could.
Is that an option with doors? Why did nobody tell me about opening?
Is that the Bahamut way?
Well, I bashed through the other one because I was concerned about the screaming from the girl.
I opened the door.
Okay.
I'll open the door. I'm fine with that. Yeah.
Well, you
let's
talk
do
too
it.
long.
Okay. I'm just setting up the next map for you. All right. Do.
Have we solved your door puzzle?
What did we do with the half-elf girl? Did you send her
She's
away?
waiting.
She's waiting.
She's got to
Okay.
cool her heels in
Somewhere far away
All
from
right.
the lycanthropy shrine, I hope.
The room beyond is a large chamber with an elevated ceiling held up by several pillars. You also see several other sets of double doors and hallways converging here. And in front of you, it seems to be a rather hectic battle. You recognize 2 knee breakers as well as several other scoundrelly looking creatures that appear to be doing battle with an assortment of lizard looking men. I'm going to have you
Koboldy
roll.
guys?
Do they look
or-
like
Do
acrid?
they look
The
like
enemy
what?
in my
Acrid?
These look more in the kind of salamander iguana than dragon. Yeah, why don't you reroll initiative really quickly? So, who is first?
Me?
I believe that's Peter.
All right, Peter,
Yep.
you see a huge battle raging between, looks like a half dozen scoundrels and a half dozen lizard men. What will you do?
I will walk into the room and hit a scoundrel because I don't like these guys.
You can hit the scoundrels? This
Yeah,
could be our
they attacked
chance
us.
to convince them to talk to us about Enda.
All right, Peter charges
Well,
into
we
the
can
room.
leave one alive.
Unfortunately, it seems like you don't have a lot of time to discuss this as Peter charges in the room
Yeah,
and
he
attacks
does
a
that.
knee breaker. Give me an attack, Peter.
Still not saying anything cool.
18 versus AC.
All right, give me damage.
That's cool.
7.
Okay.
It's a confusing battle cry. What if you rolled
Who's
better?
next?
And he...
I am.
18 versus AC!
As Plessa.
And are there three knee breakers? How many knee breakers are in here?
There's an assortment of knee breakers.
Oh, there's an
in here.
assortment. Well, I'm going to make this guy my target of my divine sanction.
All right. Okay.
I should be next though. I disappeared from the
I'm
turnover.
sorry. Let's just keep it moving. So yeah, go
That's
next.
fine. All right. So Peter went into fight. So I'm going to go into fight. So 1, 2, 3. What do I see here?
Do we know anything about these lizard men? Are they
4.
You know,
The en-
Alestrin, I think you met a lizard man on your previous adventure.
The enemy of our enemies are our friends.
like
I
3
believe-
years ago?
I believe, yeah, like 3 years ago / a week ago in Waterdeep time.
Oh, okay.
I believe you met a lizard man who had been locked up in a cage by Vampire Diane.
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah.
he was cool.
The vocal stylings
That's
of,
right.
was that David Lohr was the lizard man? Or
I
was that
believe
Brian
it
Hamilton?
It was Brian Hamilton.
Brian
That was
Hamilton.
Brian.
yeah.
Yep.
So
Yeah, Laura was a dwarf, a
Um,
blind dwarf or something. He
Right. I got
sounded like Shaggy.
29.
and are you
29
attacking
versus
the knee breaker?
reflex
Or...
Low slash on the knee breaker that
That'll
Peter
do it.
attacked.
Gonna break the
All
knee
right.
breaker's knees. Nice.
I'm trying with 10 points of damage.
Okay.
And then I also get to slide it. So can I how does sliding work? Has to be the same distance away from me after it moves?
No, I think you can.
Is that
Slide
correct?
means you can move him in any direction a certain number of squares.
Okay. Is this a person there?
Yep, there's a lizard man right next to that knee breaker.
All right. I'm going to slide him over there
Okay.
then. Like up to that one. And
Okay,
I
as
don't
you
have
slide
that-
him,
I don't have the way to move.
you slide him
Mhm.
over there. He kind of stumbles. The floor looks like it is not very well built, and he actually disappears from sight into a pit.
Oh,
Yay, pits.
that's interesting.
Yep. I'm going to
Okay.
move both of them
Um,
off the map because the corpse also of the lizard man he was next to also slides into the pit.
Okay. And then I see another knee breaker over here, and those are bad guys. I don't like them.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna sly flourish at him. 26 versus AC.
Okay.
That is 9 points of damage.
Okay.
And that's it.
All right. Noted. Acrid.
Acrid
Acrid.
it's not Acrid's turn. You've skipped Melik and
No, it's not.
Olestrin.
Sorry, I've
was
got
the old
everyone
turn.
in the order twice, so I've got their old order. Melik.
Olestrin goes before me. His dex is definitely better than mine.
Olestrin.
Whoopee! Hey, who's the guy I shot before? The guy that fell in the pit or Kneebreaker 1 over there?
I think Kneebreaker 1 over there.
I like to finish what I start, so I'm going to... Are these doors open in front of me here?
Yep.
I'm going to plug 2 arrows into Kneebreaker 1 over there.
All right.
I'm going to make an effort to, anyway. This is just a regular twin strike.
Is he your quarry?
He is now. I just made him my quarry.
Excellent.
That first one's a crit, which, remind me what that is. Is that max damage?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, then he will take 13 damage from that arrow, plus 4 quarry damage.
Okay, he is in
And-
trouble.
Well,
An
he's about to
arrow
get
is-
hit with another arrow.
An arrow, is that what happens when you, like, miss with an arrow?
And that's a 17 versus AC. Does that hit?
That does. His AC is 17.
Good deal. So that will do 11 damage.
All right. He is in trouble. Melik.
I will walk into the room so I can see that knee breaker on the upper right. He's like knee breaker 8 or something.
Yep.
And I will cast hypnotism on him.
Wait, didn't Kneebreaker 8 fall in the pit?
No, knee breaker.
Mm-mm.
Is this
Yeah,
guy?
he-
That was
I thought he was
Kneebreaker.
moved off the map.
This is
Okay.
also a knee breaker here. So,
Hey,
south of knee
where?
breaker
I'm
1.
I'm zoomed in. I can see. Okay, knee breaker 1. Fine. I'll hypnotize knee breaker 1.
Okay.
Look out! 25 versus your will.
That'll do it. What does knee breaker 1 do?
I'm going to choose the effect: slide the target up to 3 squares.
Is that into a pit?
Yes.
Can you slide him through the lizard man?
Yeah, we'll say it happens. Kneebreaker 1 like takes off across the floor, darts past a lizard man who looks surprised.
If it makes any difference, Melik, as to your choice of guys, that guy's already pretty hurt.
Well, now he's dead.
Don't worry about it. And Rizwin,
Yes.
what would you like to do?
Normally
want
they
to
get
hit
saving
things.
throws if you slide them into pits.
Let's see. Is anybody actually within any kind of distance? I guess this guy is technically. What is this guy?
That is a scoundrel.
That is another scoundrel. You
Are
know
there
what? I
two
don't.
more to the south of them as well?
It looks like
Yeah,
there's
is
several
this,
more coming to the
scoundrel?
south.
Okay,
Technically,
I-
he is. That one, yes. There's a variety of scoundrels.
I don't really want to run into that.
And
I'm
yet,
not really a melee person.
and yet,
And yet, well, I guess I can move here, right?
mm-hmm,
And I'm just gonna bash
mm-hmm.
that one, I guess. Resounding or Mordengrad,
Mhm.
whichever one that was. Let's see, 1d20 plus 10, 23 versus AC.
That'll hit.
17 damage on this guy.
Oh gosh, he is bloodied.
Great.
Okay.
And as a minor action, I have minor actions. I would like to. I do not have any minor actions that actually make sense, so I will not.
Okay. The scoundrels, I don't think I've added them correctly to the initial order so you can see them, but the scoundrels are next. They do not like they're suddenly double outnumbered by lizard men and whatever they consider you all.
Did Acrid go?
They're gonna go before Acrid. These
Acrid
two
was
scoundrels.
ahead of Rizwin in the turn order.
Don't worry about it. Steve,
I
you're
feel
fired.
like a train just ran over me.
No. Steve, these two scoundrels start knocking this pillar over in an attempt to crush some lizard men. Unfortunately, this chamber is not very structurally sound, as indicated by the fact that when Erica / Flessa slid somebody, they disappeared into the ceiling. The pillar easily topples over. However, part of the ceiling starts to cave in as well.
When you say disappeared in the ceiling, didn't you mean the floor?
Yes.
It's somebody else's ceiling.
Don't worry about it.
That's the ceiling from downstairs.
Well, ceiling implies that something dragged them upwards, which worries me.
Yeah, don't worry about it. You're being dragged downward
yikes.
as the ceiling starts to cave in and takes the floor out with it. Congratulations! The ultimate Dungeons & Dragons ending, rocks fall, and everyone is buried alive.
Hurrah!
Is
the
this
total party
where
match?
the adventure ends? Is Tony finally free of this madness? Find out next time on Total Party Kill.